Olá, bom dia, gente. Here we are, brand new van. Got the big one. If you're new to the channel, basically this is part 2, hopefully of 3, definitely no more than 4 van life videos about giving tips. This isn't a vlog or anything like that. When I was researching vans, I really appreciated, all these videos online about van life, and I'm here to share my perspective. My perspective for this video is stay in a small van. Don't get a big van. I'll explain why. I had the small van. I explained this in the last video. And I was able to travel everywhere. Stealth camping really wasn't much easier, but it felt better for stealth camping, I guess. And there's just less problems that'll go wrong with a small van. Like when you do a big van, you're gonna have more things to build. That means more things are gonna break, more to maintain. And they're just cheaper. They're literally just cheaper. So I really enjoyed my basically year in a Transit Connect. I surfed a bunch, I drove to a bunch of places. I had a good budget to eat out food because I didn't have to spend money on a big van. And now I have the big van because, if you watched the last video, I feel like I could do van life for at least another year, maybe up to 5. And I thought, well, if it was easy in the small van, it's gonna be even easier in the big van. And that's not really the case so much. I was doing van life to not be in the van. When you have a big van, you're gonna spend more, you might spend more time in the van, but that's not my goal. My goal is to be outside. And I'm just really busy doing all these little projects. Thankfully, I'm at a stage in my life where they're actually really fun and I'm enjoying it. For example, I put in a Maxxair fan. I'm doing a diesel heater today. But really, when I really think about hindsight, what I wish I did through my 20s, Toyota Sienna. Eat out all your meals. You could get a hotel every once in a while, and you'd still probably be about the same price as this. Because it's just cheaper, this is more expensive. The one thing that doesn't scare me about this purchase, this enormous purchase that I just made, is that if I do buy a house, I could probably park this in the driveway and live really comfy and rent out both the rooms. So that way, I'm in SoCal, and in SoCal, a mortgage is $3,300 for the cheapest place you can find, a 2-bedroom. So that mortgage by myself is ridiculous. With another person, that's still pretty scary because, if they're not there for a month or 2, that adds up. But if you can get 2 renters in, that's reasonable. And if you could do that for a couple years, that might be worth it. So again, I really wasn't trying to get a bigger van. I just thought it'd be easier. And I love it. I really do. It's an awesome van. It drives well. Ford Transit, by the way. But the other things about van life is it's just kind of makes you feel materialistic. You're always looking for things to buy. And there's just so much irony in trying to build something in a van that's been done before in a house, and it's so much better in a house. For example, that fan, HVAC, right? Ventilation. Your home is so much better heated and vented, air conditioning, all that stuff, than your van's ever gonna be. And again, that's part of the fun, but it almost feels like it's an insult to all the professional tradesmen and people, the hundreds of years of research they put into building houses and making a nice living space, and now we're just living in a van. Who knows though? Maybe that's the next step forward in life. Maybe everybody just gets a little pod that they could call a van, and it's a cozy little studio on wheels. Park it wherever you want. And maybe we're on the forefront of the research for that by, installing Maxxair fans. So that's one way of looking at it. But to me, this is not van life. This is being materialistic little hobby person vibes. And I can justify it because I'm not paying rent. So those are really my thoughts. I don't really have too much more to say. I think I said in the last video, just follow your heart. If you're doing van life because you want the adventure, you're gonna want to do van life. Big one, small one, that's also up to you. I think your heart will tell you. The the bigger van is definitely better. It's like it's definitely better to do van life in. Once you get it built and everything, just forget about the money. But I think my hindsight was live in the small van earlier in my 20s, go really hard and save a bunch of money, do that for like 3 years, then have a bunch of cash and try to move into a place. That's what I think I did. But this is fun and I'm excited for it. The third or fourth video I was telling you about will probably be when I'm like ending van life, maybe even like a tour of like this when I'm all done with it. Because again, I really appreciated seeing YouTubes of like how people built out their van, and mine's not amazing, but it's very simple, and I think I would call it the man cave because it's just like everything a guy would want. So it's pretty cool. And then maybe part 4 would be, yeah, buying a house or something like that. But yeah, this is not a vlog. I hope this information helped you, and to everybody on YouTube who has offered, you know, tips and even all these install videos, Max Airfans and stuff, they save your life. The comment section even too, like there's just so much information because again, vans are not made to be lived in. They're just DIYers doing pretty good jobs at DIYing, and all these little things like, you know, the roof is like got some corrugation to it, and it's all in the comments of YouTube and stuff. They tell you and teach you how to work with all of it. So it's fun. You're gonna be great. Do whatever choice feels right.